Hi everyone, it's me. And if you like my channel, please like and subscribe. There's a little notifications bell over in the corner. If you press that, you'll get notified as to when I'm going live. And today I'm going to talk about helping out in the community. Um, Again, I was asked by a viewer about how can people help out with this homeless crisis in their community. And so it brought up to mind, hi Thomas, it brought to mind that, as I'm thinking about vlogs and different subject matter, it always comes to light exactly what I should be talking about. So I'd been asked by a viewer what they could do in their community. And then last night I was taking Rowan out and I noticed there's a woman and she was parked in the cul-de-sac and she had her trunk open. And I just kind of quick, glanced over and noticed there was a sleeping bag and some clothing. And she was, hi, Bill. Uh, Hi, Solo. I'm not sure how to pronounce the first name, so I'm going to go with Solo. And so I asked her, Rowan's going to the restroom. And I said, are you staying in your car? And she goes, no, no. And she kind of covered it up with a sheet. And I said, because if you were, I could give you some resources or some places that can help. And after a few seconds, she goes, yeah, I'm staying in my car. And explained her situation. Bad marriage, had to leave, didn't have anything but her car, was going to lose that because she couldn't make the payments on it. So I gave her my number and I directed her towards a couple organizations. She said she'd already been downtown and it was a little too rough for her, which I fully understand. So I directed her to Dignity for Divas, which I will be going there next week to interview them about, their program and kind of get a look at what they're doing. And some of the TCs, clean TCs, tent cities. So then today, as I rode the bus yesterday and for a minute there, I've seen that there are two tents out on the road down here that popped up. And hello, Sam. Please don't call me Mama. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. So I noticed there were two tents, and one of the things is I am, since I'm not accepting donations to hand out, except for what I have in excess or small things, it just got to be too much when I was carrying a lot of heavy items out. It's pulling out my shoulders and stuff. So I just kind of looked around, and luckily Kate had given me like a bunch of tuna fish and stuff, and I still had a bunch. So I was like, okay, tuna fish, crackers, put together these kits, and I wrote on the bag. I wrote on the bag, keep hope. That you are worth more than your situation. And I put my number down on there. And I came back up and I got a call, and they were both on their way to the William Booth Center for shelter, one for transitional housing and one for shelter. Oh, and they had a gorgeous cat called Meester, a calico. They were really great, and they called and they're like, we're on our way right now. And I told them, I said, that's a great thing. Go to, if you can handle where they have transitional housing and shelter, do that. They will connect you with case managers. They will connect you with the right people. If you can do that, that's the route to go. And they called and said, the resources that they need at this juncture are transportation, which would be bus tickets, and overdue storage fees for their things so they can get their things out. So I'm looking for resources for that. But here's the thing, when we talk about what we can do within our community, anything, what is your strong suit? Here's the thing. If you don't have money, then you have knowledge. Everybody watching right now obviously has internet access. So, what you can do is you can find out about what is, instead of saying nothing is being done, look at what is being done. Look at what is in your community, in nearby communities that's working, that's supporting your community. Get knowledgeable about it. Know where to refer people. Talk to people. If you see a new tent pop up, if you see a new rough sleeper, keep your eye peeled. It's almost like, if you were to see somebody on the street going through a medical issue, you would make it your business to intervene. Hopefully, you'd call 911. Hopefully, you would intervene. For those of us that are the intervening types, I look at it as if somebody is going through a crisis. And so if I see the signs, which, okay, like there are signs to a heart attack, you got this symptom, this symptom, this symptom. Well, if you add up, hey, well, I see a vehicle. The woman is dressed nice, but the strap on the back of her shoe is broken. Um, I can see the car looks clean, but there's stuff in the back that looks like either she's moving, but it doesn't look like she's moving. There are things, there are signs, there are symptoms. And if we can pay attention and get involved, walk up to the tent and say, hey, you guys in there? I got some stuff for you. You make that connection. And now I know, about the William Booth Center, and I'm going to keep in contact with them and ask them about their experience with it. There are so many ways to reach out as a community member, but one of the biggest ways is through knowledge. Know what's in your community. Know what's helpful. Reach out to people, talk to people. Find out what they need. We need housing, but support housing. Talk to people. Call your representatives. I'm going to address some comments right here, and I'm going to get right back into some of the other things that you can do to help your community. Yeah, Sam, it is very difficult. You're really going to have to, the way we can help is help in your area. If you're on your way to Seattle, I can definitely hook you up with some resources. But as far as getting bus tickets, it is very difficult. Well, here's the thing. You need to let me know what area you are in, because that's where your resources are going to have to start. You can't, it takes, because of residency requirements, it takes you being a citizen anywhere to be to be able to get benefits, I guess, in that place. So, we need to know where you're a resident of now, and then we can look at, if you need to relocating, and what services do you need, you know? Akib, hi. Thomas, thank you very much. Hi, Pasha. Solo, welcome to Morocco. Oh, hi. That's wonderful. Welcome from Seattle. Wish you could call me and just talk. It's hard going along through this. Okay. I can refer you to resources, and I can there are support networks for people that you can talk to. The issue with that is calling people personally is not necessarily, honestly, I'm not very good at that. And I can refer you to people who are, and I can help you through garnering you resources and keeping in touch that way. But we will definitely, as long as you can have email, we're good. Hi, Terry. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Like, okay, this is a perfect example. Sam is homeless and he wants to relocate and he needs resources. I know that I am crazy, crazy busy a lot, and I don't really even talk to my friends that much on the phone. So I know if I was to tell him, hey, yeah, sure, I'll call all the time, I don't have the ability to do that, and I'm not going to be the one to do that. But what I will do is find resources and help guide through a system that's really just rife with barriers. That I can do. I can learn about my community. I can help people in that respect. I can get people to places that do exactly what they need. There are places people do care. There are resources out there. But to know about them, so many fail because we just didn't know about them because they were out on the street doing instead of marketing. So, us as community members reaching out and figuring out what is actually out there and where we can get people to help, it's almost like knowing where the hospital is. So, if you find somebody in distress, you can get them to the hospital. It's really the same concept is people in trauma situations, knowing the signs to look for. Um, the signs to look for are tense, sleeping on the sidewalk, um, people in their cars. You'll see, you can, once you know how to look, you can see people sleeping in their cars, even if they're trying to be real low key about it. But here's the thing about helping in your community. Number one rule, if you want to make a difference, get involved, whether that be on social media. If you're housebound, get on social media. Social media works. You can reach an amazing amount of people through social media. You can research things and find out and make calls to figure out what's in your community. If you have time, you can support somebody by going to their first social worker visit or maybe the mental health facility. You can be a friend. You can take a little bag from what you get from the food bank and drop it off with somebody that needs it. If you are halfway done with your Starbucks coffee and it's just not, you're not feeling it, hand it off to somebody. Ask if they want it. If you got cool leftovers, do the same. If you see somebody hurting, if you see tears in their eyes and they're standing there, ask them what's wrong. Reach out. That's how you make a difference in the community. Do your research, be knowledgeable. Be knowledgeable about your community, not only your community, but the rest of the world as well. That's, I can say that is going to make the biggest difference, is knowing about it, educating yourself about it, educating your community, healing your community one individual at a time. Because healthy communities are made from healthy individuals, which means we help the individual, is, whoever's nearest, reach out. That's what I truly believe. And so if you're looking for ways to help in your community, find out what hits your heart. Do you have time to donate? Can you volunteer? Volunteer. Do you have money? Then find an organization that you want to support. Do you have mad research skills? Then reach out. Are you a social media butterfly? Then get out there and support those causes through that. Are you friendly? Are you bubbly? Then go and meet people, be a friend. These, oh, thank you, Will. Thank you so much, Bill. I appreciate that. That is actually my first super chat. I appreciate that. Those are the things that we can all do something. All of us. We all have the ability to do something, no matter your personality, no matter your ability or disability or whatever that may be. Your life matters too. And so, by being knowledgeable about the world around us, and if you want to heal your community, start healing individuals. Find out what's out there. You'll find some amazing people. I guarantee you. If you really start looking for the people around you, you're going to find out that there is this amazing, it may not be connected the greatest, the framework really, we need to work on connecting that across the board. But there are amazing people doing amazing things every single day. So that's my take on what you can do in your community. For me, it's whatever I can do. It's whatever I can do. Like today, I noticed the tent. So, pick little bags of, what I had. I did apologize for the coffee being decaf though, because I got it at the food bank and I don't really drink decaf and everybody likes caffeine. So it's like, I'm sorry it's decaf too, but it's a warming drink. And they agreed, and then I received a call back. And then the lady, I'm getting ready to contact her today, the, lady that was in her car. But just by those simple things, knowing the signs and symptoms, knowing where to refer. If you're not able to help yourself, know help in that situation, know where to, send people. Those things help. Connect people. Tell people about the good things. Tell people about the solutions. That's how you help. And that's how we're going to heal this world. So I'm going to get over here to comments here. Um, Oh, I know, Sam. I actually hitchhiked from Montana into Seattle. It's rough. But I will tell you right now, check your ride shares. There are lots of Facebook groups that are dedicated to getting people across country. So I would definitely get on that, because if you are mobile and you're able to go, then definitely get on those apps. It's Friends Across America or whatever. There's all sorts of them. But definitely there's rideshare, join a group. There are people that will help you get to where you need to go. So that's good. And Sam, where you're at, you said you're in Mississippi. What I can do is I can help you. I can help you get to places that can get you up and starting your life over. I personally may not be able to restart your life, but I can get you to places that will really help you do so. And so I will definitely email you with some resources. But without you letting me know a specific area, the most I can do at this juncture is pretty much just refer you in the way of ride shares and or maybe try, I know United Way is really good. Look at the United Way in your area. Um, Bill, if people want to learn about homeless advocacy, look on Facebook for homeless advocacy for all and join the group. Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, uh, William just put on here about homeless advocacy for all. Now, that is a Facebook group, and it is an amazing resource across the board for just about anything you want to know about homelessness. And it takes data from all over. It's it's a very useful not only just a useful resource, but it's informative and supportive as well. Um, so if you can, I'd like you all. I will have Bill. Could you put it on a link, please, for the homeless advocacy for all group? I really think that that's a great resource for everybody to be looking at and linking up to. So as soon as Bill gets that up there, I am going to wrap it up. Or actually, Bill, you can leave it in the comments. Sam, it's hard for me. I'm walking with no tent and no food, just clothes on my back. The people here in Mississippi don't care about me. Nobody. I hate to say that this is true. It's not one Mississippi. Yeah, that is true. That is true. I'm going to have to agree with you because my son actually had to hitchhike and walk, or didn't have to, but he hitchhiked and walked to Seattle from Louisiana. And you're right, it's a very hard area. However, if you let me know where you're at in Mississippi, there are people that can help. There are people that will give you resources. You do not have to go without food. Nowhere in this United States should anyone have to go without food. That is absolutely, but there are people that can help. There are Facebook groups out there that can help. If you are on, it's called We Are Visible support group. I think it's called WAVE, WAV. And that's a support group for currently homeless people, formerly homeless people, and sometimes, people who are in there can guide you towards resources. Um, but I will have to say that a lot of times resources are fairly area specific. And so I need to know what area you're in. I can't, unless I know where you're at, I don't know where to send you. And it's not as simple as just sending somebody, a bus ticket um, from one place to. I mean, it is that simple. That is that simple. I don't have the resources to do that, but I mean, it is that simple. But you also need to have lined up what resources you're going to need, And so, anyhow, I will email you about that, and we can get you some resources. And anybody else who sees the email up here, if you know of resources in Mississippi, go ahead and get those to Sam. All right, guys, I appreciate you, and I just hope you all have an amazing day. It's going to be an exciting week next week, yay! And I'm really excited because it was just like it was meant to be. You just do what you can, and it was different situations, and I realized that's what it's about, though, is getting involved. Make it your business. It is your business. The health of your community is your business. But please do so in a positive manner. All right. I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to end stream now.